Hey, friends, we're finishing Ephesians chapter 2. We're looking at verses 8, 9, and 10. It says, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not of yourselves. It is the gift of God." Verse 9, "Not a result of works, so that no one may boast." Verse 10, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand so that we would walk in them." Right. So, Paul's making the claim, making the statement, and so that we understand we are saved by grace. So this is the goodwill. That word grace is charis, the goodwill, the loving kindness, the favor of God. So by grace, we've been saved through faith. That word faith is this word, pistis. And that word, so for those of you that have been around a while, you remember that song Love is a Verb by DC Talk, this Christian contemporary music rap band back in the 90s, right? Love is a verb. Now, it's understanding that sometimes we think we have love. I have love for something, but they made the claim, and I agree, that love isn't love if it's not backed up by action. There needs to be something that demonstrates love. If I tell my wife, "Hey, I love you," on our wedding day, but then I never do anything loving towards her, it'd be really easy for her to doubt whether I actually love her or not. And it's the same point for this word, pistis. Faith isn't something that we possess. It's not something that we just have. It's something that we demonstrate. And we demonstrate that by our actions, by our works. Now, Paul says we're not saved by works. We're saved by grace through faith. But that faith has to be demonstrated because he says in verse 10, we were created in Christ Jesus for what? For good works. That word ergon, and its deeds backed up by corresponding action. So we're not saved by works, but we are saved and we should produce good works. The book of James talks extensively about that. Show me your faith without works, and I'll show you dead faith. And so we are not saved by our works, but because we're saved, we do good works. And this is how we demonstrate the change in our life. That we don't just walk around saying, "I'm saved, I'm saved, I'm saved." People look at us and see the change, and they see the works that we do, the good works that we do for one another, and they notice a change. We're not selfish, we're kind, we're humble, we're patient, etc. So that's the end of Ephesians chapter 2. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Feel free to comment, like it, share it with others, and then we'll keep going into Ephesians chapter 3.